Hello, Guardians, and welcome to Destiny Reset episode 155. This podcast is about anything and everything related to the Destiny franchise. If you love playing Destiny 2 as much as we do, you're in the right place. This reset, we welcome back special guest FalloutPlays to the show, so he can give us all the juicy details on the exotic armor update. We discuss some of the changes coming to the Crucible, and we talk about the most exciting event to ever happen in Destiny 2 this year. Hello, Guardians, and welcome. It's CyborgSasquatch, and here with me is returning guest FalloutPlays. Welcome.
How's it going, buddy?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Thank you for having me back on the show.
Well, I was excited to just get you on when I had a chance. I had to take advantage of it. Plus, I didn't get to hang out with you a lot at GuardianCon. I was like, let me ring up this boy. Let me get him on here.
Yeah, everybody was kind of bumping into each other repeatedly for tiny windows of time at GuardianCon.
That's just kind of how it goes, though.
Yeah, I think I saw you like maybe 1 or 2 times at the showroom floor and then like 5 times at the bar.
5 times when we were out drinking.
Pretty much.
That's the best time. That's the quality time.
That's the real time.
Yeah, and you did a little 1v1 tourney while you were out in GuardianCon.
I did, yeah. That was a lot of fun.
I thought that was a cool event.
It definitely was.
I talked with some of the guys who helped put it on about that whole deal, and they were excited it was there, and I was too.
Yeah, it was really cool to bring that to GuardianCon. I think it was kind of a new take. Not everybody is crazy about 1v1 Destiny, and I can understand that, but it's nice to break up the monotony of like the 4v4 and the 3v3. Get a little new flavor in there and see if,
I like that it was something different.
It was definitely
rather
something
than,
different, yeah.
Yeah, so okay, it's a comp tourney, 4v4. Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, no.
No.
So for people who do not know FalloutPlays and are insane, please tell us a few things about yourself before we get the show started.
I'm a Gemini.
Oh,
Like sandwiches.
Uh-huh.
I have a YouTube channel, and I'm a partnered Twitch streamer, finally.
Partnered. Boom!
That's right, boy. We got that check mark.
That's the difference.
That's the difference right there.
That's the difference.
I have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/FalloutPlays. Please do me a favor and check it out. I have a bunch of guides. I try to help people figure things out in the game that are not easily explained by Bungie. Things like shotgun one-hit kill ranges and, cooldown times, recharge times, all kinds of weird stuff like that. I've been referred to as like a PvP-esque Dado.
Yeah, the Crucible scientist, right?
Dado
That's
Light,
still a thing.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Dado Light.
People still call me the PvP
I think of it more
scientist,
like Dado Heavy.
Oh, baby. Can such a power even exist? Dado heavy? I don't even want to know.
Ooh.
Too powerful. Too powerful.
Yeah, go check out this guy's YouTube channel. He puts out some fantastic content. It's not I'm not pointing fingers or anything, but it's not like hey, there was a Game Informer article today and here's one thing we're going to talk about for 10 minutes.
I won't lie. It's like every now and then you get a little bit of what we like to call fluff. Fluff content. I'd like to keep the fluff content relatively minimal.
Yeah, it's always quality stuff. I see a Fallout video, I watch it because I learned something new.
Good man.
So go check that out. And you did we'll talk about this soon, but you did a little guide on the special quest, I guess you could call it, or whatever this is, this Easter egg thing that's up this week. So you've got that to look at. You did some content on the updates to the exotic armors, right?
Right. I wish I could work quicker. You know what I mean? Because
I'm surprised how quick you do some of what you do.
I mean, you develop habits over time. I kind of know how to work as quickly as I can, but even with that, I would like to work quicker. But it's difficult because you have to really understand these things before you put out a video on it. I don't want to put out a video that's like that's half-assed or anything like that. I want to do the full butt videos, okay? You understand?
Yeah.
You got to get the meaty content out there. I don't want to shortchange people, so it takes a while to.
But give it to me straight, like
Yeah.
the week coming up to the patch dropping, like you're making thumbnails, right?
Actually,
Like, come on.
I mean, I'm planning things out on paper, like what I'm gonna cover, but the thumbnail is literally the very last thing I do.
Okay.
I hate making thumbnails. I hate it.
I know.
It's the worst.
That seems to be the last and the most dreaded part of a
Do
YouTuber's.
not like making thumbnails. No. Yeah.
If you want, I'll just start making them for you in MS Paint. I can make
Yeah, I'll take it for real.
some stuff
I'll
out.
take it.
Or I get my son to draw them, and then we'll just take pictures and
Dude, done.
send them to you.
Probably
Like,
better
son,
than what I produced in the thumbnail.
I need you to make a warlock with tickle fingers killing 8
exactly.
people. He'll be like, all right, got this, Dad.
I'm all over it.
Scribble, scribble, scribble. So that is what FalloutPlays does. So he's going to talk with us a little bit about the update and the patch notes today. And a lot of other things, Destiny, because you're still hanging in strong as a Destiny content creator.
Of course. It's like my home.
One of the OGs.
I do consider myself an OG, yeah.
Yeah. Which is an original gangster.
I thought it was an original gamer.
Oh.
See, like I'm customizing it to fit the narrative, you know?
Yep. Did you plan that a week ahead of time?
You know it, buddy. Come on, keep up, Cyborg.
I'm sorry. I just do everything I do on the fly. This is podcasting. We don't get to script what we say
Exactly.
like YouTube. Let's do a quick announcement real quick to remind you why Fallout Plays is here and not my favorite co-host. AER0KNIGHT is out on vacation for the final date this week. He will return next show.
Good
He's
man.
going to return actually in a couple days, but it wasn't in time to make a show. So hold out tight, all you night lovers. He'll be back for a show next week. I think we might have a cool guest then too to join us. So, he's missing some crazy stuff in Destiny this week.
Yeah, for real.
He put up to tweet today, and he's just like, "What's happening?"
Like there is so much going on. I actually kind of feel like overwhelmed a little bit.
It's a lot of like
Yeah.
with what is coming along with the summer stuff with the patch and then the quest thing, the whisper. It's like, good God. And faction rallies that I'm trying to grind to. Not enough time in the day.
For real.
And here we are just wasting it. Can we just cancel the show?
Cancel
This was
it.
great.
Shut it down.
We're going to put out 8-minute show this week. I hope you understand that we just need to go back and play
We
Destiny.
got things to do.
All right. Why don't we kick this off with some news real quick? So we got a lot to talk about. First off, this week at Bungie, we released a prestigious update to Destiny 2. We deployed update 1.2.3. We're going to get into the patch notes in a minute with Fallout here. We've also got news about Solstice of Heroes that looks amazing. Next up, they had the world's first runs this week for Prestige, Eater of Worlds, and Spire of Stars. Congratulations to those teams. No surprises there on who took those crowns. Next up, of course, we had the final faction rally this week. Who you rocking this week, Fallout?
You know, I'm pledging to New Monarchy, even though I don't like them.
You're a future war boy, right?
I'm a future war boy, yeah. I like them. But I already have the catalyst for the Sunshot. I got the catalyst for the Graviton Lance. I felt like it would be irresponsible for me to not pledge to New Monarchy.
You're trying to get all three.
I want to get all three.
I think that's why New Monarchy will win.
Probably, yeah.
As much as they're my favorite faction, like they didn't have as much going for them this season.
No,
It's
they
kind of
didn't.
some bad options on. I mean, Sweet Business is a cool gun, but you look at the other two catalysts, you're like, come on,
Come on.
man. Y'all stacking the deck.
Yeah,
Stacking the deck on us.
They are, a little bit, yeah.
They are. It's okay. But I had to, it was between that and Future War Cult, which I would really rather the Sunshot Catalyst, but I needed my cosmetics from my favorite faction. You know, the ship, shaders, etc.
Etc.
So I'm about halfway. I've got 25 more ranks to bang out this weekend. Can I do
I'm
it?
kind of at the point where I don't care. Like, I wanted to pledge
throw it in the cards.
something because if I don't pledge, it's like a waste. You know what I mean? Because we're doing all this other junk. I'm doing like...
Yeah, you're going to get some tokens.
Yeah, you're going to get tokens. So I might as well get tokens that go towards something. I don't really care about the sweet business catalyst, but I don't have it right now. And if I'm going to get tokens, I might as well have it go towards that. But if I don't get it, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Are you tired of IO yet?
Oh, yeah. I'm very tired of it. I'm tired of IO, tired of Titan, tired of everything.
All this. We're just tired of it, but we got to play it some more.
Because it's fun. I love Destiny. It's very fun, but...
I'd rather be sick of it than bored with it.
Indeed.
Put it that way.
Right.
So we got a little calendar. Of course, we saw this before. Next reset, when you're listening to this, of course, we'll have Faction Rallies Winners Week and the Doubles Crucible playlist, and then it'll be a quiet week. That's about it, as far as we know, in Destiny, that we'll be doing that reset. And then to follow July 31st, Solstice of Heroes. Now, the team went down to Guardian Con. They had a little spiel about that with some posts. You probably already saw that if you followed them on Twitter. Next up, we get something somewhat new, a new take on an old thing, the Player Support Report. This was previously known as the Destiny Operations Center, and they have rebranded with new GIFs and a new take, but still the same information and aim to provide the update on what's going on in the technical side of the Bungie universe. There was a weird thing with Prestige Raid Lair ornaments this week. Did you notice this problem?
No.
I don't know if you messed with the raids or anything this week.
Not this week. Not yet.
Yeah. The requirements are not displaying properly.
Huh.
But can be done by the correct actions, I believe.
I see.
So go check out this article if you're trying to earn these ornaments. They're showing actions from season that could only be completed in season 2, I think. And they're going to fix that. That's the thing. People are upset. They're like, how do I get this when it says I have to do this in season 2?
Yeah.
So it's a known issue.
Gotcha.
Then they had the movies of the week, Nightfall top scores as always, etc. Next week we will see more information on Forsaken and Beyond as always. Let's talk about the patch now. 1.2.3.
Ooh.
I'm
Exciting.
going to go with the highlights here.
Yeah, bullet pointed for the people, Cyborg.
Points.
Give them
I'm going to get you the highlights of the bullet points.
Love it.
Moments of Triumph, we know, start July 31st. We've already talked about how you can earn different things and etc. On the investment side with bounties, we're going to get 5 Crucible and Vanguard bounties a day now available, with the bounties rotating on a daily cadence, and they can't expire. Have you checked out the old new bounty system?
Not yet.
Okay.
It's on my to-do list. I have a very, very long to-do list, but I am excited that they brought back bounties. I think that was cool. I don't know why they didn't do that. I really don't mean to be salty. I try not to. It's just like, I'm glad that we're getting a lot of this really cool stuff. I'm very happy that Bungie's bringing it to us. But with a couple of these things, I'm just kind of like, why didn't we have that already?
Right.
I don't know. I don't mean to look
choices were made.
Gift horse in the mouth. They did make choices. God love them. They wanted to make the best game that they could. They made a couple of decisions. They tried to get a little, risky with a couple of the things that they did. Some things worked out pretty well. Some things didn't. So they're kind of reevaluating. And I'm glad that we're at least moving in a good direction going into September. I think we're more than on the right track right now.
The one thing that I do like is the features that we lost.
Yeah.
When they're coming back, they're bringing them back. They're not just, all right, let's just throw this back in here, right?
Right.
They're remastering it, improving it, making it serve the game in a better way. So just how, like, these things expire, right?
Yeah,
You're not going to be able to bank them or sit on them. And they're basically like bonus. Like, you get stuff like tokens and glimmer out of these. So if you're trying to grind out like that Vanguard faction reputation or whatever, it'll get you there. So that's cool. I'm just looking forward to like the unique bounties that will give you cool gear, in Forsaken. And I think this is them kind of just field testing it, like just getting everything, making sure it works right, getting everybody used to it for Forsaken.
Yeah.
And those like they're promising we're gonna have like some that just drop in the wild, randomly. Like, that'll be cool. Like, you just do a thing and then bounty. Wait, what?
Yeah, right. Whoa, what was that? Yeah.
Always the surprises. Exotic Masterworks, we get Catalyst now for Legend of Acreus Telesto Sleeper Simulant.
Hell
you can
yeah.
get out of the prestige raids.
Oh, can I say hell on this podcast? Okay.
Yes, you can.
Then I will say hell yeah to all
Hell
that
yeah.
exotic masterwork stuff.
Have you heard about what the Legend of Acreus?
I have. I am looking forward to unlocking that a lot. Oh
so
boy,
many
a lot.
rounds.
Yeah. Whew, that gun, baby. That gun.
Oh boy.
I love that weapon.
So I'm working on a prestige clear for Eater of Worlds still. We got gypped. We got bugged out of a clear the other night. I'm salty about, but
Rip.
hopefully I'll get one of these bad boys.
Hopefully.
You can also get a better drop rate from Exotic Catalyst and Heroic Strikes. And the Skyburner's Oath Exotic Catalyst has a higher drop rate. And you can get this Catalyst for Sturm.
Which I was working on completing before I hopped on to talk with you. Yeah. I am about
can't wait to see what
75%. Oh, you don't know what it does? Mm-mm. Whew, boy. Okay, well,
Enlighten me.
I will absolutely do that. Okay. It's very plain, but it does a lot of good for the gun. Okay, so the Exotic Catalyst is only for the Sturm.
Yeah.
But it gives you a whole lot of handling. Like, you are literally doubling the handling of the gun.
Oh, wow.
Which is fantastic. And you also get...
So it's a laser.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, well, the handling is the... that's like how quickly you switch to the gun and how quickly you ADS.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're thinking of silly.
Right.
But, and then also
so then
the range.
The swap between the two then.
Correct. You're going to swap weapons
quick.
even quicker. And when you ADS, it's going to be, it's going to feel crispy. And then the range also gets increased by like maybe 20%.
Okay.
Which is fantastic because I don't know. I'm just going to assume that some people listening don't know all about range. So if you're playing with a controller, right, range will affect how sticky your aiming is. So like if you're aiming at a guy in PvP from like a good medium-ish range, if you have more range, it's gonna like the aim assist is gonna be higher.
Yeah, people know what aim assist is.
Yeah, I'm sure
that's a general public term now.
Yeah,
so
I like to say
range.
Stickiness. Yeah, range affects the aim assist, and so you're gonna have like not only will you be doing more damage at longer range, like you're gonna land shots better if you're playing with a controller. It's just gonna happen. So I'm really excited because I like Sturm. I think it's a fun hand cannon, and I like using it. I want it to be better, and this is definitely going to make it better.
Yeah, and this is one of the guns that people were, it was shown off early when they were starting to do the tune on weapons, and so people were like, "Oh wow, look what that can do in the perk procs," but nobody uses it. It's like one of those guns that people get excited about but never touch.
I have a friend who uses it a lot. Guy that you might know by the name of Drewski. Don't know if you know that character. He's a fun guy. He uses Sturm and Drang a lot, and he uses it very, very well. Kind of like to the point where you watch him play with it, and you're like, "Yo, I want to put that on." Yeah, dude. Like, I want to get some of that.
But you got to get good, scrub.
You got to get good though. All comes in practice. All comes in practice.
It's a skill weapon though.
For sure. Yeah, big time.
It's not just a crutch pulse.
It's not a Vidge wing. You know what I mean? It's not a weapon that like 90% of the people. Nothing against Vidge wing. I use the Vidge wing, but it's not a weapon that 9 out of 10 Guardians can put on and just do relatively well with. Like it requires a lot of work.
So that's cool though. So I'm excited to hear that. Then it makes it a very viable, and
big time
offensive weapon. So then we get some quality of life changes. The most exciting one for me is the adjusted escalation protocol reward chances for weapons. So each time you defeat the boss, you improve your chance of getting the weapon to drop.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm looking.
Now
forward
I've heard some reports from the field that it's not amazing increase. Like my buddy said, yeah, I ran and we did it 6 times and nobody got the gun.
Yikes.
So I don't know how much this was improved. I don't want to like venture to say, oh, it's broken. That was just one person's experience. But for me, any improvement, I have none of the weapons.
Yeah. Oh, you have
none of them. I haven't got any to drop.
Really?
I mean, I haven't faithfully run it, for hours every week.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I've done it quite a few number of times, but for somebody like I would like to have some or all of the weapons, so this makes it better for me.
Well, do you know how to do the optimal farming method?
I do. And 1 week we decided to jump in, and then it was the ogre.
Yeah, that's the one to do it on. Yeah.
Okay, I thought that one made it harder to do it that way because he's able to restore his health so fast.
Yeah, but it's not that big of a deal. Once you get him
just teach
to
me,
a
senpai.
certain, I will. Once you get him to a very low level of health, we believe that the cursed thrall no longer spawn. So once you get him within that kill range, you don't have to worry about him healing anymore.
I see.
And if you're listening at home, you don't know what we're talking about. The ideal way to farm is the weapons come from the dead level 7 boss's body. They don't come from the chest. They come from killing and downing the boss. So what you do is, I have a video guide on this. Totally gonna shamelessly plug my own work.
Please
go to my YouTube channel, find the guide on escalation protocol, and you kill the level 7 boss at the buzzer. Literally when the clock hits 000. Like you have to wait like half a second. Like right before you fail due to a time failure, you kill him, right? So you kill him. There's a chance for the weapons to drop, and you should intentionally fail the round, because if you fail, you only get sent back 1 level to round 6, right? And if you complete escalation protocol level 7, you go back to level 1, which you don't want because that takes a long time to get back to 7. You want to go back to 6, not back to 1. So you do it at the buzzer, and that's how it goes. You just keep doing that. So you go level 7 and 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, like over and over, forever. Until you get all your weapons. I have everything on PlayStation. I have none of the weapons on PC. None.
Okay. I thought you were on Xbox for a while.
That was you're thinking
D1?
of D1, yeah.
Okay, so you moved to PlayStation and D2.
I did, yeah.
I hate you.
I know, I'm not happy about it.
Okay. Anyways, also, if you never finished out, or even if you did, you finished out the Mercury Forge stuff, you can directly purchase those weapons now from Brother Vance, which is great.
Great.
Because there's no other way you could get them back.
Yep.
And then some other issues of stuff they fixed. What's been great, though, is the comma separators in the post-game report in the raids. Oh, man.
I don't know.
So helpful.
What are you talking about?
So if you went, into the thousands, you would just get a string of integers.
Like how much damage you did.
Yes.
Oh, they added commas.
The boss damage. Yeah. They finally added commas to that.
How funny. Out of everything they could have added to the game, why didn't, it's just so random that they didn't just put that in. I guess they were working on more important things, but it's just funny that, you would never think that something as tiny as a comma would be a worthwhile patch note addition. Yeah, we added grammar to the, it's just what? Cool.
Added the English language to the game.
Made it easier to read numbers.
Because, you get, when you get that post-game...
You feel good about it when you get, like, a million damage or whatever. You're like, dude,
but you only get about, like, a short number of seconds to read it.
Exactly. I want to know right away.
TV.
Yeah, and your eyes hurt because you haven't been blinking.
Yeah.
And you're like, dehydrated because you're a garbage streamer who streams for hours without drinking water. And I want to know that I'm better than everybody else in my fire team. All right? I want to see that damage numbers. I want to see those numbers crystal clear, baby. I want to be like, yo, I did like 2 million damage. What'd you do? Like, is that 2 million for you? Oh, no, it's only 200K. Bruh.
Whoops.
Bruh. You cut from the team, baby. You cut. I'm obviously kidding, of course, but I do like seeing the damage numbers right away.
I was able to verify without a shadow of a doubt that I was doing the most damage.
Exactly.
It
makes it feel good. It makes it feel really good.
Things that make you go, You can also buy armor from Iron Banner and Faction Rally's vendors. Of course, Iron Banner is over, so good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
I don't think Saladin's coming.
No, not today.
They made some changes to the strike modifiers, specifically Blackout, Glass, and Grounded.
What would they do?
That should help with those issues.
I don't know what they did to those, but I know I don't like those.
Blackout just makes it so you're not like a guaranteed one-shot kill if a thrall attacks you.
Yeah, Blackout is pretty brutal.
Do the list.
I really don't like Blackout. I don't think anybody likes it, but
I don't know anybody that does. So I think they're trying to make it a little more viable. So you're not going to die just because one enemy just pops you.
Right.
Glass, they reduce the health and shield penalty. And then Grounded, you have significantly reduced incoming damage when you're airborne to account for odd geometry that Guardians may not have any control over. So as opposed to... I think the problem they're trying to fix is like you fell 3 feet on a rock and you're dead. Literally, that's what they said.
Right, pretty much. Okay.
So
like that.
I'm gonna try these out because I need to run some heroics this week, and I'm gonna see how they do when they get those. Now Destination, they fixed some things on some places that were buggy. Let's talk Sandbox. Exotic armor updates. Hunter, Lucky Raspberry, go. Good or suck?
Okay, here's the thing. I've only gone through a couple of these because I'm trying to make sure. Here's my plan. When I go through a new exotic armor update, I want to make sure I know it forwards and backwards before I lock it in. Before I lock it in. But the Lucky Raspberry, it's good. I mean, the only problem with a couple of these exotic armor updates for me, from like a PvP standpoint, is like, do they compare with the top options? Like, is it viable to put on the Lucky Raspberry when you could just put on
wear this
the
instead of
crown? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the Lucky Raspberry is pretty good. I think it's going to be great in something like Gambit because it's kind of like a multi-purpose. You know, you get the chaining grenades for the PvE enemies, and you can also use it on Guardians. I think that's a good call. I can kind of bullet point these exotic armor if you want.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, great. Okay, the Stompies, they give you more jumping benefits when using strafe and triple jump. Great piece of armor. Check that out. Try it out with triple jump. It feels really good. You can go really high. You can like jump around corners very easily and like ambush people from the air.
My buddy was rocking these in the Whisper jumping puzzle and just to like run in circles around us.
Put on triple jump, Stompies, high mobility, and then go into PvP and like literally attack people from the air. It's really, really funny. Okay, Young Ahamkar Spine makes the trip mine better. Again, this is one of those that I haven't tinkered around with too much. If you play a gunslinger, it's definitely worth trying because trip mines are fun. And
yes.
Yeah, it just makes them better. They're harder to shoot. I've found some trip mines in PvP where I shot it once and then I ran away and I was like, hey, wait a minute. That thing didn't blow up, but I came back and I'm like shooting it like, this is a beefy trip mine grenade. You know what I mean? So
yeah, you
should definitely try that out if you're a gunslinger, which there are not too many around these days.
There's a couple.
Are you a gunslinger?
No.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Nobody is. Okay, Titan. We got the feedback fence gauntlets. Those things grant Fury Conductor. These things are great, by the way.
I saw a GIF, somebody trying these out.
Yeah, yeah.
One person hits him, the next person hits him, kaboom, they're both dead.
It's really cool. You basically stack up Fury Conductor, which you earn on melee hits. You're basically storing energy, and you reduce incoming melee damage, and then when people hit you, you kind of explode the damage back upon them. Now, I don't know if you follow the PvP like tournament community,
yeah,
like the sweaty. Okay, they were already complaining like months ago about how the feedback fences are really good. So they were already really good. Now they're even better. If you're a Titan,
sleeping on them.
Yeah, you should really try out the feedback fences. Really try.
I thought about wearing them in the Whisper. I was like,
yeah, maybe.
but they look cool. I'm gonna try them out. They look dope.
Definitely
Why? Let me ask you this: why has it taken 3 years for these things to be this good?
I have zero idea. I don't know. It's balancing exotic armor. I imagine it's a very delicate dance.
Yeah,
very delicate.
I understand.
But we have the Doomfang pauldrons. I got a YouTube video on that. You should watch that video if you're listening at home. It's really fun, especially for PvE. There's basically 2 ways to use the Doomfang. One is with PvE. You should use the bottom tree, because every time you do your shield throw when you're in your super, every time you hit an enemy and kill him with the shield, you get a chunk of super energy back. And when you whack somebody with a shield, you get a shield throw charge back, basically. So you can essentially... I've had supers that lasted for like 5 minutes. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm not making that number up. Like, if you go into escalation protocol with the Doomfang pauldrons, see how long your super can last. For real. Like, you can turn it into a game.
See, that's what I usually run in EP, because we're doing boop guns.
Sure. Oh, yeah, it's a great idea. Yeah. And then
try these.
If you're in PvP, try the top tree, because if you get a void melee kill, you have to get the kill with the melee ability. You can't just get a punch kill. Like, you have to have your ability used.
Proc.
You get a lot of super cooldown time into your armor. Again, I have the numbers on my YouTube video, but it will significantly reduce the charge time of your super. I wish I could recall those numbers off the top of my head. That's why I write everything down.
Man, you
like,
can't keep all
that.
that.
I can't keep all that in my head. But you should really try it, because if you get at least 1 melee kill, you'll get your super quicker than anybody else in the game.
Is it wrong that when patch notes come out, I just imagine you like furiously scribbling on whiteboards?
Oh, I
like
pretty much
massive whiteboard.
I have a notepad that I just write everything down. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be cool.
Close enough.
Yeah. Okay,
Can I send you a massive whiteboard?
Oh, yeah. I don't know where I'll put it. Yeah, but feel free to send it over.
Right next to you.
Yeah, right over there on the window. There. We don't need sunlight in here.
God, we don't need light here.
Okay, so we got the Dune Marchers, which I have not tinkered with this yet, but I know that they're pretty cool. It's reduced the time to activate linear actuators while you're sprinting. They took it from 5 seconds to 1.5. That's pretty good. And then you have increased the damage of like the chain lightning effect 70% in PvP and 440 in PvE. So if you're a Titan that likes
That's a significant number.
Exactly. If you like to run around and do a little punch, you should try the Dune Marchers. I don't think I'll end up liking them, especially for PvP, as much as I'll like the feedback fence. But you should try them out.
PvE sounds fun because it's just like run and throw yourself and stuff.
Just throw yourself in there. It'll be fun.
Ideal way to Titan.
That's like the way to Titan, yeah.
To run and throw your body at stuff.
Okay, here we got the Warlock. This is like... I'm mostly a Warlock.
Oh boy.
So the Crown of Tempests. I had a tweet that
yes,
really exploded. I wish that my
off.
video on YouTube had as many views as that tweet, which is something that I rarely say. It got like 65,000 views on the tweeter. Wow. Yeah, so you put on the Crown of Tempests, and basically when you get super ability kills, it will extend your Storm Trance if you're in Storm Trance. So basically if you are in your super and you tickle finger a guy, it will slow down. It won't give you a chunk back like the Doomfang pauldrons, but it will significantly slow down the depletion of your bar. Like significantly. For a little timer, and it can stack up to 3 times. And
so your tweet, you had a GIF of you doing this activity, and you got Basically,
it was pretty
2T wipes.
crazy. Yeah, I did. Again, this is another one of those things I have a video on, which you should check out if you are interested in the numbers. But if you're not, I can just tell you that if you combine it with the top tree Transcendence, because they do stack, you can have a very, very long super. Basically, I went into quick play, I popped my super, I instantly got a triple kill, and then I picked off a random guy. So I picked off the fourth guy, and then after that, this was on Endless Veil, and I rotated around to the other side of the map where the other team had respawned, and I went over there and I got 4 more kills. It was like the whole super, including me blinking around and zapping people, it lasted like 24 seconds, and I got 8 kills, which is insane. Because every time you teleport, like you ionic blink and you hold down the zap, you use a big chunk of your bar, but because of the Crown of Tempests and Transcendence together, it really depletes slowly.
Yeah. Worth noting, he's ionic blinking the whole time.
Like the whole time, yeah. And it's just
he wasn't just floating over there like
no.
Yeah. Blinking multiple times.
Several.
Can you imagine this year 3 of Destiny 1?
Oh, that would have been bananas.
People would have lost their minds.
For sure, bananas. The Karnstein armlets, which I think are great. I'm not much of a melee player when I play Warlock with the activities I play. I don't know why, but I'm just not. But if you're a melee player and a Warlock, check out the Karnstein, because when you get a melee kill, any melee kill, it doesn't have to be with your ability, any melee kill, you get healed right away, and then you have an 8-second window where your health is just recharging. So if you play up close, and that's actually going to be huge in September, because if you think about it,
I think you're right. Yeah,
it will be, because we're going to get an updated weapon system. You're going to be able to run a shotgun in the kinetic slot. So if you have the ability to play up close, with a weapon like a shotgun, you follow up with a melee, you're going to get a ton of activity out of the Karnstein armlets. It's going to be crazy. So check that out.
I like these exotic arm gauntlets for Warlocks. They give you melee stuff for activities like EP in the Leviathan raid when you're doing the what is it called, the Castellum in the middle.
Totally. Oh, it's gonna be great.
Anywhere there's just a ton of ads, it's super fun to just start meleeing the crap out of everything.
Just start slapping people, and then you get the health back. Especially in Escalation Protocol. Try that out. It's gonna be great. And then finally you have Starfire Protocol. Empowered weapon damage hits Grand Fusion Grenade energy. I mean, okay, cool. We all know that fusion grenades in D2 are not fusion grenades in D1. They're very much different. So if you like fusion grenades, I don't. But if you do, try it out. I kind of haven't even bothered with the Starfire Protocol because I just think it's kind of low tier. But those are the exotic armor updates in a nutshell.
So obviously your favorite is Crown of Tempests, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's very fun.
I've been trying to try out some of this stuff, and I still got more to try out, but I'm excited with the changes they've made, and I hope that they continue in Forsaken, that they keep the quality really high with the exotics across the board, Yeah. That's something that we were talking about, me and my buddies last night. Now they've made everything more exotic-y, that you really want, you really have a desire to play. There's certain stuff that is really fun and really good for certain things, as opposed to when D2 first came out. You get these exotics, and you're kind of oh, I mean, that's cool, but I like this legendary better. And
right, which is a depressing feeling when you like a legendary better than it's a difficult dance, because if you have an exotic that's too powerful, everyone's oh, it's so powerful, why would you use anything else? But then if you have a balance where you have a legendary or a couple legendary weapons which are better, which we got a lot of in D1, it's what's the point of even having an exotic? Yeah, it's not even exotic if the legendary is better. It's it's really tricky to find a very good ground to have everything be balanced and working perfectly with one another. It's very difficult, I would imagine.
I like that they've been okay with just letting some things be really powerful.
Yeah, sure.
And that makes them fun. I think
it's fun.
I think an unfortunate byproduct of that is you're going to have outliers like Wormhusk that are just they just dominate a specific niche of the sandbox. And I think that is just, like, if we're going to have exotics that are good, I think that's something we just have to deal with, personally.
Yeah, that's kind of the way it is.
Yeah. Like, that's always been the case. I don't think there's ever been a time in Destiny when there was not, you know, no matter what they were doing, trying to tune things and balance things, there's always something in some part of the sandbox that emerges, and sometimes multiple things that are they're just the best to use.
Look, unless you have perfect balance, there's going to be weapons and armor in any meta, in any game, that are used slightly more than their brothers and sisters and cousins. Like, you know what I mean? Perfect example is the Wormhusk crown. Yeah. Now, it doesn't mean that you're automatically going to win a game by having that on. It's not a guaranteed win.
Be good.
Yeah, but like, it's very, very powerful. And unless you have perfect balance, I don't have any reason to fault an enemy hunter for putting it on, because I know what the benefits are. I might get salty because it's like, oh, I had him one shot and he got all his health back. That's so annoying. God, I gotta kill you twice. You know what I mean? But but that saltiness aside, I'm not gonna fault that hunter, because I understand it's like, what else is he gonna put on? I mean, there's a couple things that he could put on that would do really well, like the Stompies, great example. Stompies are pretty good right now, but it's very difficult to find that perfect balance, because again, unless everything is exactly even in terms of like, oh, you put this on and it's going to give you the exact same benefit that something in this other category would give you. I totally understand why a hunter would put on the Wormhusk, because it's crazy, crazy good.
For a lot of things, too. It's not just for PvP.
Yeah. That's where I see it the most, but, you know.
Yeah. I've enjoyed it the most in faction rallies with 5 Renown.
Oh, yeah, that's a good call right there.
And I've preferred running those activities on my hunter because of Wormhusk Crown. It's like, it's just so easy to not die. In other parts of the notes here, we of course had some updates to things like Iron Banner, which is just kind of cool. They're going to make these fire pits the capture zones. And then I think they mentioned a change to the power play mechanic. So if you capture all 3 zones, they will lock down for 20 seconds.
Whoa, that's cool.
And then when the 20 seconds expires, all the zones reset to neutral. See, I really like that.
I did not read that. That's actually... Yeah. I'm really busy.
No, I
kind of
understand.
top line the stuff that is most important to me. That's actually pretty cool.
Because it's always been a problem in Control. I mean,
that's a smart idea, by Bungie. Because here's the thing about Iron Banner and Control: it's like the strategy is take 2 zones and hold them. You take every map has 2 zones that are better, air quotes, better at holding, because you can hold them defensively, and you just keep the other team kind of on their heels on the spawn, and you just. It's like, don't push in. You see a Blueberry pushing in. You're like, Blueberry, don't push in.
But that's what typically happens with players who don't know how to play that activity, or if you're just like solo queuing. So you don't have like good strategy. Like, people just push. And so if you get those 2, you're going to have the guy that tries to go get the 3rd zone.
Yeah.
And you're like,
normally you don't want that. You're like, what are you doing here? Because then you flip the spawns and it's not worth it. You lose control. And even if you get the power play, it never lasts. You know what I mean? Because by the time you get the 3rd territory,
5 seconds.
5
seconds.
Somebody respawned behind you, and they're recapturing the territory that you abandoned in order to get the power play. But with this, I kind of like. I mean, we're not going to know how it plays until we play it.
You can imagine, though.
But I like this because this encourages aggression. It will reward you for taking that risk. Normally, taking that risk would be a bad risk. There's very little payoff. But with this, you take that risk, you get a payoff of having a power play, and the zone's locked down. You have the ability to take advantage of that power play.
Yeah.
It's a payoff.
20 seconds. Yeah, you get those increase in points. Wow. And then you risk it for they're smart, because when that's over, the game like just resets. Yeah. Like when it starts when you begin the game, right? Everything's just neutral.
That sounds great. I really like that.
I like what they're doing there. I mean, that's after so many years of control. Like that's a clever way to kind of almost
very
solve
clever.
that problem.
I would like to see how that plays out. I think it's a smart idea. I will look forward to playing Iron Banner for once.
And then like another cool like little flavor that they added, I saw in the video that they put out, which by the way, there is a little video, like a dev commentary video they put with this update which I love those.
Oh, they're great.
I don't know
love them. Yeah,
like
no,
it's so enjoyable hearing the developers talk about why they do things and what they're excited about. They have some audio stuff that's going to be different, like when you get a power play, I think there's like a wolf that howls.
Oh, it's cool.
Or something. And yeah, I love stuff like that, dude. Like when they first added Saladin narrating Iron Banner, like I lost my mind. I was so excited.
It's pretty hype.
Now, correct me, I'm pretty sure like we saw the last Iron Banner of this season, didn't we? Wasn't that last week the last one?
I think we did.
Yeah,
no,
wait.
Did I see another tweet that we have another one coming? Yeah, this is really funny. You know who would know? My girlfriend would know. Anno.
Yeah. Anodyne. Quick.
I know we have. This is the last faction rally of the season. Do we have another Iron Banner coming?
I believe so.
Okay, Anno says she believes that we do, and I'm gonna take her word at that. She's
all right.
She's tuned into that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think
Okay, great. So you heard it here.
All right,
you heard it from Anno.
You heard it here. Anno confirmed.
Confirmed.
We'll check in on that and get back to you for 100% confirmation. But it wouldn't.
We have plenty of time. We have so much time between now and season 3. I can't imagine. Like Bungie needs to give us activities to fill the time between now and September. I would be amazed if we didn't have another Iron Banner.
Well, we know that Faction Rallies is ending, and then we'll have Solstice of Heroes that begins that we'll have all of August. But it would be great to have one Iron Banner.
I'm sure that we will. I'm very sure.
So, okay. All right. So that being settled, they had some stuff they updated with like private matches, Crucible Lab, I forgot about Crucible Lab.
I forgot about that too.
And then they were like, here we did some things behind the scenes. Like
we've only had one right now. Haven't we only had just the one?
Yeah, just that one, the initial one.
Bungie, step up the craziness. We want,
look,
it's a great idea, but we want more.
Is if they threw in the new mode that we're getting for like a week or a day.
Yeah, sure. That'd be great. Give us that.
That'd be smart.
Crucible Labs is a great idea on paper. I literally forgot that it existed until it came out of your mouth right now. Because we've only had one, and they were hyping it up, which it deserves to be hyped up because it's cool.
Sure.
But I didn't even play because I heard that the game type that we got was kind of like tame. Like I was expecting very radically different PvP. Like imagine the craziest. Like if Bungie was like, okay, here's a new game type. It's called Duck Duck Goose. To be like, oh dang, like what's going on? You know,
in the tower.
Yeah, all right. Like playing hide and seek, baby. Like so, I was like, whoa. But like, we need more. I think Bungie needs to give us a little more with Crucible.
I'm almost wondering at this point if now that the Forsaken stuff, like they're getting this patch out, and then Solstice of Heroes, and then Forsaken. I almost wonder if like they were thinking, okay, let's get this thing set up, but now it's just kind of pushed to the side.
Yeah.
You know,
maybe. We'll see what they do.
Yeah, maybe we'll see something.
Maybe we'll
Forsaken.
see a little something.
Yeah. A little something. Duck, duck, goose.
Make it happen.
Some changes in the Crucible playlist. Quick play, of course, is now 6v6. What do you think about that, man? Give me your thoughts.
Oh man, I really like it. Okay, I know that like
good.
people.
I'm a proponent.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm a booster. Okay, I'm not a hater. There's a lot of people. Actually, there's a lot of people who I really respect. Not a ton of them. Not that there's not a ton of people that I respect. There's what I mean to say is that people. I know very few people who dislike 6v6. That is what I'm trying to say. There's not a ton of those people. And they are people that I respect. Like, for example, Dado does not like 6v6. And I understand his complaints. probably a lot of it comes from the fact that he plays on PC, which is like Fight Club over there. Like
yeah.
I love playing on PC. It's super fun, but it's a very tiny player population. But that being said, I really like 6v6. I think it's a lot of fun, and I've been really enjoying seeing the tweets from people in the community, people that I really love playing with. They're just cool people, like I Am Cool Guy, Cammy Cakes, Drewski, Terminator, Pump Train. Like all these people are there. They're showing clips and like post-game stats of their crazy games that they're getting, like these really high, KDs from the 6v6, which I like. I'm like, yeah, dude, let's get in there. Like I've been playing 6v6 quick play, and it's a lot of fun in my opinion. If you don't like it, I understand. It's probably not for everybody, but I am having a great time with it. Great time.
The complaint that I hear that I do feel has some validity is with the spawn systems. And I haven't
heard that yet, but yeah.
That's something that has frustrated me, like even with Iron Banner 6v6, is that, and I've had a complaint with the spawn system at D2 since launch. Sure. Like, there's
it's
funky
not perfect,
stuff that happens, right?
That I know for sure.
And so 6v6 makes that more crowded and can expose sometimes when you're like, when you get killed by a super, respawn around the corner from the guy that just killed you. It's like,
yeah, that's a fun experience right there. That's pretty fun.
You're setting it up. So
yeah.
I'm hoping that that's something that they eventually, technically take a pass on.
I'm sure they will. They have a long list of things to do.
They always will.
They always will. I don't blame them. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
let them do.
Making games is hard.
Stuff. Making games is hard, baby. Yeah, we all know it.
So that's a big change in quick play. They removed supremacy from quick play. I think that's added to the weekly playlist now.
I did see that, which is great. I do not like supremacy. It's not my favorite game.
I like supremacy, but I don't like having to play it every game.
I liked it in D1 a lot because I think it encouraged a little bit. I know this is an argument that's beaten to death, but D1 was quicker. You know what I mean? There was in-air accuracy, and there was Titan skating, and there was Warlock surfing, and you could use a shotgun or a fusion rifle as a primary. And, there were one-hit kill grenades and, 3-tap, very quickly shooting hand cannons. And so I
think people's complaints with supremacy in D1 was it made everybody just play Ape.
That's what it was. But I liked to play Ape in D1. I loved it.
I did too.
It was super fun. So that's why I liked supremacy, because it encouraged you to, like, sprint in there and use all these options that we had available to go crazy. And I think supremacy in D2 will probably be a little bit more fun to play come September. But for right now, I think they made the right call by recognizing that not a lot of people, because what's the meta right now? It's team shotting, you know what I mean? Especially in like 4v4 and stuff. You kind of hang back, you do the death ball with your team, you do a little team shotting, you do some laning. That's not the only way to win, but like you see it a lot. So it encourages people to bunch up, and with supremacy, it just kind of gets annoying because like you kill a guy, they drop the crest, and then their teammate is right there to pick it up, and you're like, oh, that's kind of lame. But so I think it's a good move for now. I think in September everybody should give supremacy another chance because it might be more entertaining to play.
Yeah, I like that. I like that take. I think that's a good point. I think it could make that fun again
for sure.
Awesome. All right, we're gonna cruise through the rest of this because we're gonna run out of time. So,
indeed,
go check these out. But they also made some changes with Crucible ranks. We talked about that a few weeks ago. I'm really happy about some of the changes they made there. They've got some changes with Eververse. Of course, we'll have this new bonus Solstice engram that we get with prototype engrams. So we get new stuff.
Nice.
New stuff is always good. Prismatic Matrix is gone until Season 4. So that's a thing. And then some changes to other stuff like HDR calibration, compliance with GDPR.
All that's very exciting stuff. Yeah.
Oh, super exciting.
Totally cool.
Hey, one great quality of life thing, you can preview spawn effects and sparrow contrails now.
That's actually kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah, because you never knew what you were going to get with that stuff till you tried it.
Now, Cyborg, let me bring something up right now.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm technically a guest on the show right now, but because Arrow Knight is not here,
Yes.
I'm also kind of a co-host, right?
That's absolutely right. Like
I'm trying to shoehorn
fully
myself
fledged
into
and
the,
empowered
exactly
with the abilities of a co-host.
I know we have an outline to talk about here, but I really want to talk about the Whisper. Can we talk about the Whisper? Can we jump ahead? I would love to talk about the Whisper because this is hype.
I've been waiting the whole show to talk about the Whisper.
Everybody is talking about this. Like, I came home from work the other day, and Anna is already here because she has summer Fridays. She gets off work early on Friday.
Yes.
And I come in, she's playing Destiny, no surprise, but she's like, get in here. Like, there's a thing. There's like a secret thing that's happening. There's like a thing that's, and like, she's like excited. And I can't, I'm like, you need
like,
to,
wait,
yeah, what's happening?
What
is that? Like, use words. And so she's like, there's a Reddit post and like, there's the thing that's like, I'm like, okay. So I look at the Reddit post. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? So someone found, if you don't know what we're talking about, someone found a unique little like hidden adventure on planet Io that only pops up when you have a Taken public event in the
Taken
Lost
Blight.
Oasis. Yeah, the Taken Blight. There's a random high rank enemy, a Taken enemy, with like a big old, like a triple yellow health bar, you know?
Well, one of them, which is a cool Easter egg, is Urzok, Aspect of Hate.
Yeah, from D1.
Yeah, which used to be called Urzok the Hated.
Right, which is cool. And
I love that.
yeah, so it's this secret thing that Bungie had put into the game. Who knows how long it had been there? Maybe days.
I think it came with the patch.
Maybe it did. I mean, I don't know, but it was just funny that somebody found it, and then overnight, the community like exploded in hype, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like, we all kind of know
It's that
what it's
thing.
for. Yeah, it's that thing. If you
It's
don't,
it's that happening.
like, if you don't want to know what it gets you, I advise for the next 10
Yeah,
seconds.
skip ahead
covering
about
your
10
ear.
minutes.
Yeah, spoiler. Do earmuffs for 10 seconds. It's a weapon called Whisper of the Worm. And if you don't know what that is, because it's brand new, it is a recreation of not just the Destiny 1 Black Spindle, it's the Destiny 1 Black Hammer.
The Black Hammer.
The Black Hammer, which was before the Spindle. So an exotic sniper with really high impact, like full impact. And if you get 3 precision shots in a row, you get bullets back into the magazine. Not from your reserve, by the way. You get refunded from magic, from thin air. If you land 3 headshots, you get 3 more bullets in your magazine from thin air. So in theory, if you were fighting a boss and you had perfect accuracy, you have unlimited sniper ammo.
With the highest impact sniper.
With the highest impact sniper. It's like, it's beautiful, but the quest that you have to go through to get it is crazy. But it's fun. You know what I mean? It's like a mini...
It's mega fun, dude.
Yeah, it's like a mini Vault of Glass.
Yeah. It
Like
really is.
yeah.
Yeah, so to start it, as Fallout explained, you got to go to that zone on Io, and you have to get the Taken Blight public event to spawn. When that happens, you're going to find... I don't think it's just Urzok. I think there's a few different yellow bar
I've seen two
Ultras.
different. I've seen 2 different ones.
Okay, yeah, there's at least 2 different ultras that can spawn. They're gonna be I think there's 3 different places that they always spawn. I couldn't tell you exactly, but
I can tell you.
you find this guy.
Yeah, there's 3. You're right.
You slay him, and a portal in a Taken style will appear fairly close to where you slay this ultra.
Right.
You go up to it, you interact, you hold X or whatever you are doing if you're on PlayStation.
Square.
Square.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, square.
And you're gonna be teleported to the what is it? The Ulan Tang. What was the name of it?
I can't remember what it's called, but
it's something of the Ulan Tang, which was a warlock. It's a lost sector. You'll be taken to a lost sector. And you in the entrance of the lost sector, there's like a very high platform that you'll jump into. You'll go find this Taken Blight. You'll kill it and then jump down a hole, and then that's where the adventure begins. And all of this is done on a 20-minute timer.
Oh gosh. gosh, yeah.
So you go through a very extensive jumping puzzle of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it seems like it's like an awesome mashup of some of the original King's Fall stuff and the Vault of Glass to me.
It feels that way.
Yeah, even with the punching, I'm not going to use the usual term, but the punching little wall thingies.
Oh, the little pistons that come out.
The pistons. There you go.
Yeah, and they shove you out on the... Dude, I love jumping puzzles. I think they're fun. I get frustrated sometimes because they get a little irritating. But like the first time you're doing them, it's cool because you feel like you're...
It's wondrous.
It is wondrous. You're thrust into this secret lair area, which feels like the Vault of Glass jumping puzzle, and like you're just free to explore on your own. The first time you go in, you really have that feeling of like, where am I? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It just feels cool. You might not get it on the first try because it
takes some time to get used to all the things that you got to do.
Yeah,
you're gonna die a lot.
Once you learn the route,
yes,
and you learn the way, then the second time you go in, you get a little better.
Yes,
you know what I mean. And the third time, you
absolutely,
get a little better. Yeah, but I don't want to give away too much for the people listening at home. But there's more to it than jumping puzzles. But like Cyborg said, there is a timer, and if you complete the activity in under 20 minutes, you are rewarded with the Whisper of the Worm, which, as we mentioned earlier, earmuffs is the D2 version of Black Hammer, and it's super fantastic. And besides the fact that it's a very powerful weapon, it is beautiful. Wow, that gun. It is one of the best designed exotics I have ever seen. I just want to like look at it all day.
Mm-hmm.
It's very beautiful.
Looks really cool when you're back in the tower.
Oh yeah.
Looks really cool wielding it in the public space. Sounds great.
It feels good. I was using it in that adventure because after I got the weapon, I was doing carries on Twitch. Like people could come into my Twitch chat and we had like a little raffle, and if I pulled your name out of the hat, you would come into my fire team and I would run the encounter with you to try and help you get the weapon yourself. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I did.
You're doing trials carry tickets, but with Whisper of the Worm.
I was doing Whisper of the Worm carries today, and
I think a lot of people were jumping on that this weekend because this is an event. You know,
it's a thing that's happening right now, and it's a lot of fun, very crazy. Some people got it with me on the first try. Other people I had to do 2 tries.
Yeah. The only thing that stinks is having to wait to get the event to show
That's
up.
really bad because again, you need to have the Taken public event spawn in the Lost Oasis. It's like that middle area on IO, and so many times you would have the public event pop up, and it's the Cabal drilling. You're like,
I had it,
dude, no more.
5
Cabal.
times in a row last night.
I had 4 in a row
Cabal.
today, which was really bad.
So obnoxious.
Really bad.
Yeah. I will. So I'm going to throw out so there's another layer of this. When you complete the normal version of this, we'll call it an adventure, you actually get access to a heroic version that is then on your director that you can call up at any time.
Yep.
So once you complete it, once you beat it, you can go back and do it. And there's a heroic version, and it seems like each week there will be a different singe modifier.
Correct.
So this week it's Arc Singe.
And you should do that because you need to do the heroic to unlock the exotic catalyst on the weapon.
So tell me what the catalyst is.
Okay, the catalyst for this weapon is really sick. It's it's called, I think, Burn Box. Hold on, where's that? Hold on. Is it Burn Box?
It's something box.
I have excuse me for typing. I have dim open.
No,
right
it's
now.
okay. Let's confirm.
Oh, excuse me. Box breathing. I had it half right.
Oh, there we go.
Box
You were close.
breathing. Okay. Aiming this weapon without firing for a brief moment grants bonus range and precision damage while it remains zoomed. So it's going to be even better at tearing apart bosses. Even more damage. Even more.
Yeah, if you have the Darcy, it is very similar to how Darcy works when you focus on a target for a moment and it locks in. and you get that enhanced damage. So not only is this thing going to have like mega high impact, it's going to do a ton of damage, but when you get this catalyst, it's going to do even more.
It's going to be better. And I was having a discussion with
so
people in
dirty.
my Twitch chat today about which is better, the Darcy or the Worm. And right now, without box breathing, we believe that the DPS specifically, is higher
The actual
on
DPS.
Yeah, on the Darcy. But what the Darcy doesn't have is the ability to conjure ammo out of nowhere.
Right.
Like, it's just, again, like, you do great DPS with the Darcy. I'm not putting that gun down. It's fantastic. But with the Worm, if you're accurate, you do not run out of ammo. Yeah, you're there. It's the long, I would be amazed if I'm sure people are doing it as we speak, but you could probably one plate Leviathan Callus.
Already seen a video.
Of course, it's been done. Because like, dude, he just stands there, and like the gun, you just destroy him. Like, what is he gonna do? You would beat it so quickly.
Yeah.
So
it's powerful.
It's great.
So, spoilers again. I want to talk about this because it's so cool.
It's very cool.
It's one of those things where I hate to spoil it for people, but it's kind of gonna get out if you look into this stuff.
Yeah. At least we picked the end of the show to talk about it, so if people don't want to listen, they can
so there's another layer of like Easter egg and reward to this.
Is there? Tell me about it.
Hidden in the, I think you could do it in normal too, but definitely in the heroic version of this are 5 chests. They look like the original Venus or Vault of Glass chests.
Really?
You open them.
Yeah.
They give you 1 IO token. Okay.
Okay.
But if you open all 5, you can go find. There is a lonely Vex gate out in the ether.
Really?
Do you know the section after you do the crazy room with the grass?
Yeah.
And then you're gonna go around like this big column on the ledge.
Yeah.
So as opposed to going around that, you go right. There's some platforms that you jump to, and you go up, and out there in the distance is a Vex gate.
Where does it go?
You can't go through it, but if you stand about 3 meters away, you can see through it. And you know what you see?
No, tell me.
It's the Vault of Glass.
Dude, no way! Like the boss room, or something like.
You know the end of the jumping puzzle as you're coming to Atheon.
Yeah. Oh, it's that.
You remember that Vex gate?
Oh,
sitting
that's
there.
Funny.
It's that gate, dude.
Oh, that's very cool. Oh, I like that. Like, we're connecting worlds out here, people. That's very cool. I'm gonna have to do that. I want to check that out.
So if you go to that gate, what's actually going to happen is some oracles, Vault of Glass oracles, are going to spawn around you. Okay. And they're going to do a sequence, and then
Oh gosh. Okay. Keep going. I kind of like I'm in between wanting to know and not wanting to know.
Do you not want me to tell you this?
Yeah, I kind of want to. Okay, now I know what the prize is. I'm gonna get through it myself.
There's a thing that goes down. Okay.
Yeah.
From this is how you unlock the second step for the sleeper simulant catalyst.
Okay.
And there's also a reward for a schematic for a ship. The name of it is Enigmatic Schematic. It's an exotic ship schematic, and it has a multi-step requirement for you to complete the Heroic Whisper adventure on each of the singes.
Ooh, how exciting.
So you're going to have to do it each week as it rotates.
Of course you will. Why not?
This whole thing is like a love letter from Bungie, dude.
Pretty much. I think this is exactly what we need. Bungie is finally really hitting their stride, like hardcore. Big time. Like, I've always enjoyed D2, but I think a lot of people can agree that it was kind of stumbling a little bit, like out the gate for a while.
Yeah.
And they're finally, everything that we've seen going into Forsaken, I think it all looks great. This quest was some of the most fun I had playing Destiny in the past couple weeks. Like the finding of the secret quest, and like you're like, oh, what does it do, and like how do you complete it? Oh, there's a timer. Like it's really challenging, and the reward is totally worth it. And it's like, this is core Destiny to me. That's what Destiny is. Like, we need more of that, and the fact that they put that in, and it's just really awesome. Like, please, Bungie, I'm begging you, more stuff like that. I'm sure they have stuff like that planned, but I just want them to know how much just this one Guardian appreciated it. I thought it was so cool. I thought it was really well done. I tip my hat to Bungie on this quest, big time.
Absolutely. I'm this is cool.
Yeah,
this is mega cool.
Well put, my friend.
So hopefully, my guess is we'll know by reset, but my guess is this comes up when the Flashpoint is on IO.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Alternately, it could just be there permanently now.
Maybe.
We'll find out at reset. For you that are listening, if you didn't get to do this, my hope is that it's still there for you at reset.
Yeah. I have a question for you. In that room that you mentioned with the ledges and the grass, grass platforms that you have to jump to around, and like the big around the outside of the wall. Are you still doing that when you do it? Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, we found the other thing.
Oh, we found the other thing.
Yeah, there's a way around. We're talking about there's a certain section of the jumping puzzle that is a little bit time consuming if you do it like the long way.
Time consuming.
It's really cool. I would recommend you
try it at least.
Check
once,
it out. But it's hard and it's time consuming. And there's like a little passage that people found. It's definitely there purposefully.
Yes.
That it's an alternate route that's quicker.
I know I've probably plugged my YouTube channel like 7 times right now, but
no, keep plugging. Plug away.
You go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/FalloutPlays. If you're looking to do the really, like, if you just want to blaze through the whole thing, the fastest possible route, if you're stuck on that part where there's that big open rock area and the grassy ledges, check out my guide on getting the Whisper of the Worm, because wow,
I was waiting for your guide, and I watched it when it came up. I was like, oh, thank God, because when the activity first comes up, like at first all we're getting is like, okay, here's a capture of somebody's gameplay, and that's it. It's not like a true guide, which is fine. Like, people want to get it up quick. It was helpful.
Yes.
But definitely go check out Fallout's guide. It's great.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're gonna want to watch like I watched stuff like 3 times before going in. You're still gonna get first time you go in, you're still gonna have problems.
Like, if you want to go in and experience the whole thing like blind, you know what I mean? Then do that,
do it
because
you'll
you'll do it several times, but it's very cool to have that feeling of like, whoa, like it's cool. Like, where do I go? What do I do? But then if you've reached that point where you're like, all right, that was fun. I really want to beat it now.
Right.
Then watch my guide, because
his guide.
It's literally a full playthrough with no talking. There's no me talking. It's just, I'm quiet. It's just notes, like text on screen and music to help you kind of, because you don't always want to watch a YouTube video where it's like, yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy
Fallout,
Weed Lord 840. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, so I'm just quiet. It's music and notes, and I cut it up very.
Can we talk about that music though?
Oh, I put in, it's music from the D2 soundtrack. You know that, right?
I know, but the whisper music.
Oh, it's very good. Yeah, it's very good.
Oh man, we didn't talk about that, but it's
cool. Turn on the music. It's a little different volume when you go in there. Yeah, definitely turn on the music volume.
It's so cool. Somebody uploaded it to YouTube. They ripped it.
They ripped it.
If you want to listen to it,
I will.
My favorite is that section we were talking about with the grass. There's like a certain song that comes on that's kind of funky.
It's very cool. I like it.
I love it, dude.
Check that out. I'm glad we got to talk about that before the show wrapped up.
I am too. Of course, also this week was Solstice of Heroes. We don't have to dive into that this week. I will say this stuff looks dope.
It does look dope.
And I'm super excited for Solstice of Heroes to start.
I'm very much looking forward to it.
Yeah, me and Aaron Knight, we'll talk about this in depth next week when he comes, because it'll be the week before and we'll still have plenty of time, but I'm really excited about this event. And you should be too, if you're listening.
Yeah.
I know people are already jumping in those moments of triumph stuff, like trying to get what they can done.
For sure.
I don't blame them.
I understand.
What a week in Destiny, brother.
What a week,
What a
dude.
week.
I love it.
I love it too.
It was a very good week.
Yep, we already we almost blazed through it, but I just have to ask, even if you just reply in one sentence, how was your reset?
Classic. It was very fun. I'm finally in that position where I'm trying to get as prepared as I can for Forsaken. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Make sure you get like some downtime, man.
Yeah, I will. Don't worry. But I'm having fun. I'm doing some PvE stuff. I'm having a good reset. Thank you.
Yeah. Are you gonna be taking some time off of work for Forsaken?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Good. Oh, I think I saw you tweet. You were like,
I did tweet it.
How long till my boss figures out that my scheduled days off coincide with this?
Exactly. Maybe one day he'll figure it out. I don't know. I doubt it.
Maybe not.
I doubt it.
If you're not tuned into this, like,
No,
Destiny
how could you
universe,
possibly know?
you
Yeah,
would
how could you
never know.
Maybe his kids play, and then like he's like, oh, maybe he. I don't know.
Yeah, that might be
knows?
the only thing the only
Yeah,
way they
yeah,
would
yeah.
find out. But those kids, they're playing Fortnite.
Nah, they're playing the fork knife. That's what they're
Fork
playing. These kids are playing the knife.
We don't have any Dirt Fam discourse this week. That's okay. But if you want to talk to us about everything we talked about today, if you had a cool experience or you want to let us know what your reset is like, if you have a question, send us some mail. Destiny Reset Podcast at gmail.com or speakpipe.com/Destiny Reset, and we will hear from you. We don't have any new patrons this week, but if you don't know what a patron is, you can go to patreon.com/Destiny Reset, where for as little as $1 a month, you can support the production budget of the show. We have a bunch of patrons, and let me tell you something, Fallout. It's nice for people to support us.
It's very cool.
They are
Very
so awesome. You get a couple rewards if you're a patron. You get a shout out on the show. You get your gamer tag posted on our website, and you also get an invitation to a Discord channel just for our patrons and supporters, where you get to ask Aaron Knight about chips and sandwiches, and you get to ask me about things that annoy me, like pineapple pizza and just all the things that people like to do to mess with me. So that happens. Yeah, that is going to be the show this week. Dude, Fallout, you're awesome. Thank you for coming on.
You are very welcome. Thank you very much for having me on the show.
I'm going to have you come back after Forsaken.
Sure, yeah.
Please, if you will.
I would love to, absolutely. Let's make that happen.
Okay. Can you tell people where they can find you?
Yes, I can. Please go to 2 places, okay? Just 2 places. It's not very much. youtube.com/FalloutPlays. I promise you I make good content sometimes. And on twitch.tv/FalloutPlays. My Twitch has been hot lately, all right? I don't mean to pat myself on the back, but I think I'm doing a really good job streaming lately. I'm having a lot of fun. Our community is really fun and just nice. If you're looking for a place to, just talk and hang out and chill, I really encourage you to come to twitch.tv/FalloutPlays. I stream every weekend. We have a great time. Come hang out. We'll play Destiny together. We'll talk about, pineapple on pizza to make Cyborg upset. So I'll see you there.
Can't wait to be mad at you. I want to say, to cap this off, I know that I say all the kinds of things that I like and love, and I love to enjoy people and support people, but I want to say 100% Fallout Plays is one of my favorite people in the Destiny community.
Thank you, sir.
You absolutely have to go and enjoy this man's content. You are screwing up big time if you are not going to his Twitch and his YouTube on a regular frickin' basis, spending time with this man.
Thank you so much for saying so. Dude, great show. I'm really sad I missed Aaron Knight. Hopefully I'll be able to catch him next time.
Well, he's going to be mad that I had you on. All right, you can find me at CyborgSasquatch on Twitter and Mixer, and finally you can find us at Destiny Reset on Twitter and DestinyResetPodcast.com, your source for all things DRP, including links to subscribe to us on your favorite podcast app of choice. Again, thank you for your iTunes reviews. If you're on iTunes/Apple Podcasts, please come drop us some stars. It helps us get seen by more listeners. We are approaching 200 reviews, and as I said, I would love to see that happen before Forsaken hits, and I'm going to tell you right now, if you do it, I'm going to give some stuff away. I got a big closet full of Destiny merch that I don't need. I'm going to throw some stuff out there. So if we can get to 200 iTunes reviews in the next 4 to 5 weeks, somebody's getting some stuff.
Booyah.
Make it happen. All right. Again, thank you, Fallout. You have a wonderful evening, buddy.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Until next week, have fun playing Destiny 2 and take care, Guardians.